and kind of open the floor up and space the floor, which was good for us for about 3 quarters or 2 quarters and a half. So nothing Tristan's done. It's just basically just trying to get more scoring on the floor, more shooting, because they try to load up and help so much.
Well, Ty Lue's got his work cut out for him. Another offensive blitzkrieg from the Golden State Warriors, and the return offensively, if I can say that, of Klay Thompson. I know people have been asking you constantly about the shooting struggles. Did you consider yourself in a slump as a shooter, or did you just think, well, they're just not falling and eventually the numbers will come back?
They'd come back. I always believe in that. And when you're winning, it's easy to avoid a slump, So I wasn't complaining, and just got to stick with it. And for me, I've been in this league too long. I had too many good nights of shooting the ball to ever doubt myself. And I think the difference for me tonight was just getting some easy looks early at the rim, taking good shots, and just, being aggressive off the ball.
I think for me, all through the year, you basically have a new player on your team. Not saying your shooting is obviously, if it's either you or Steph or Durant as the best shooters in the world. We all know that. Are there different shots, though? Now that Durant are there, are they easier? Are they more difficult? Some are in rhythm, out of rhythm that you used to. Did you have to make an adjustment or not?
I did, especially during the beginning of the year, but I think in the playoffs there's a little more adjustment too because the game shrinks. There's not as many possessions, not as many shots. So I had to learn, or I'm still learning how to be more efficient with only, 12, 13 looks a game, which is cool with me because I got 2 MVPs on my team, and Steph and KD, who can just throw it at any time and bail you out with an easy bucket. So I'm still getting there, and I still got another level to get to, and I think people have seen that. But it was a little adjustment, but I can always control what I do on this side of the floor, which is defense, and always be able to impact the game if I just stay locked in on that side.
And Klay, you talk about your shooting, and as impressive as it is, your defense has just been off the charts this whole series. Just talk about the challenge and the pride that you have on the defensive end and how much energy it requires for you to go out there and chase all these guys around and be effective.
Well, it takes a toll on you, especially guarding these quick little point guards. When you match up with a Kyrie and a LeBron, that's what you want as a competitor. They're some of the best one-on-one players in the world. And for me, at this point now in the series, I can't get too happy with holding Kyrie down, because last year in this position we went up 3-1. I thought I was playing him great. Next game he goes for 41 and LeBron has 42. So it's easy to be satisfied, but I'm not satisfied either. I'm still hungry and got to keep up this, my motor on defensive end, and I'll try and make it tough on them because they're going to make shots. You just can't get deflated.
Jerry West and I were talking, and we were talking about you as you were warming up in Game 1. And he pointed to you and he said, that's probably one of the most conscientious players that we have on the offensive side and the defensive side. And he said he spent some time talking to you about your shot, confidence, and everything else. Tell us what he was telling you and what you two talk about.
Well, Jerry, I love Jerry because he always cuts to the chase. He doesn't sugarcoat anything. He's going to tell you what he thinks. And he's told me how good I am and just to get it back. And same with, I saw Rick Barry, too, in the beginning of the night tonight.
Yeah.
And he's the same way. It's something about those old school dudes. And he told me, hey, just get a couple easy looks, get to the free throw line. No one can stop you. And to hear those two have that kind of confidence in you, it helped me a lot. And, that's it.
Around this organization, you guys have, the Hall of Famers, the champions. And when you get a chance to talk to people like that in your down moments or even in your up moments, what does that do for you as a player, and what has that done for your team to have a guy like Jerry West or Rick Barry around your team?
Yeah, well, when those guys talk, you listen because they've seen more basketball combined than I've been alive. And Jerry's been so successful as a player, coach, and a front office guy. Same with Rick. Those are two of the most talented scorers that ever played this game. And even seeing guys like Clifford Ray and the great Nate Thurman used to be there all the time.
Yeah.
And Al Attles. So when they come back, and hopefully we can have that type of impact in 30, 40 years when we're older and come back and tell the young guys the business. So.
Oh, y'all having it now in the whole generation. Y'all got everybody shooting from the hash mark.
That's true, yeah. I know the game's changing. But, it does so much to have those guys around. They know what success tastes like. They've been there. They've done it. They won championships. And it's just something about their calm demeanor that brings us down to earth. And lets us know it's going to be all right.
After everything he's been through the last few weeks and really almost 2 years now, what did it mean to you guys to have Steve Kerr back on the bench?
Oh, it was huge. Just him being out there gave us a lift, gave the whole arena a lift. And he deserved the ovation for what Steve's going through. He doesn't have to be out here. He's fighting. He's in pain. But he's such a, he's got such great will. Just since he's been playing, and he's so competitive. That's what people don't realize. He might be quiet, but he's fiery. And can't discredit what Mike Brown did. He stepped in and did a phenomenal job. But it's good to have Steve back.
A question, because we see you score 61 points in about 11 dribbles at one time. So when I watch a Kyrie, I watch great scorers like LeBron and Steph and KD, there's a certain rhythm that they have. Yeah. With you, what's important for your rhythm to be a great scorer without taking so many dribbles?
Yeah, it's all my balance and footwork. I can watch the film. I can see when my feet are off, my balance. That's why I'm missing shots. That's why I did game one. I wasn't in rhythm. I was rushing shots. And tonight I just thought, I'm going to space the floor. I'm going to get good looks if I just, catch it, don't think about it, and shoot it. So for me, it's all my footwork, how I set up my shot, and my balance. If I'm on balance, most of the time I give it a great chance to go in.
Klay, who's that one guy on your team that we wouldn't think of, right, or we wouldn't know anything about, where in your dark moments, right, this is the guy that kind of, says, hey, man, it's going to be all right. And we would think like it would be a Curry or Durant, but it's probably not. Who's that one guy on the team?
It's a few of them, actually. It's Matt Barnes has been great to me. I mean, he's seen so much hoops in his 15 years. He's been around the whole league, journeyman, fighter. And he always tells me, it doesn't matter if your shot goes in. That's just a bonus. The way you're playing defense is helping us win every night. Yeah. And same with, a guy like Zaza who can make light of every situation. And the whole coaching staff.
Zaza's a jokester?
Zaza is a jokester.
Yeah. You caught me with that one. Yeah, you were right, Isaiah. I would have never thought that one.
Yeah. He's top. He's Shaq and MVP for a reason, right? Or he's about to be.
Yeah, he's about to be.
So he's a jokester.
No doubt.
Clay, I'm glad we don't have to talk about the slump thing anymore.
Well, it's not over yet. I got another level to get to. So
there you go.
So I'm excited to get to Cleveland, though. It's going to be a whole new challenge. Can't get caught up with these 2 wins. Got to go take care of business there.
Well, it was good to see the Klay Thompson we're used to seeing, and I'm sure the folks around here would agree as well.
Yeah, they were probably happy.
Yeah, congrats on the win. We'll see you in Cleveland.
All right, thanks, fellas.
All right, Klay Thompson.
Good luck. Good job, brother.
And let's get you inside Draymond Green at the microphone.